When people are young, they believe time is endless. Days feel long, nights feel short, and tomorrow always seems guaranteed. But when you grow old, time changes its shape. It no longer stretches forward endlessly. Instead, it becomes something you hold carefully, like a fragile glass that could slip from your hands at any moment. Old age is not just about wrinkles or gray hair. It is about perspective. It is about finally understanding what truly matters and what never did. Many elderly people will tell you that the things they once chased so desperately, money, status, approval, slowly lost their power. What replaced them was something quieter, but far more valuable. Peace. An old man sitting on a bench may look idle to a hurried world, but inside his mind lives a lifetime of memories. He remembers the faces of people he loved and the moments he wishes he had handled differently. Old age is a mirror that shows you your life without filters. There is no hiding from yourself anymore. One of the hardest truths about growing old is learning that you cannot redo most things. Apologies not spoken stay unspoken. Hugs not given stay missing. This realization can be painful, but it also makes every remaining moment more precious. Old people understand that time is not meant to be wasted on anger or pride. Many elderly couples walk slowly, hand in hand, not because they are weak, but because they have learned patience. They are no longer racing toward a future. They are simply sharing the present. And in that quiet togetherness, there is a kind of wisdom the young rarely notice. Growing old teaches you that strength is not loud. True strength is waking up every day, carrying your memories, your regrets, your hopes, and still choosing kindness. That is the silent power of old age. Youth often believes that happiness comes from gaining more success, more attention, more possessions. But old age teaches the opposite lesson. Happiness often comes from letting go of expectations, letting go of resentment, letting go of the need to prove anything to anyone. Elderly people know something that no school teaches. Life is fragile, and certainty is an illusion. They have seen strong people fall, plans collapse, and promises disappear. That is why they value simple routines so deeply. A morning walk, a warm meal, a familiar voice. These small things become treasures. Loneliness is one of the quiet companions of old age. Friends pass away. Children grow busy. The world moves faster while the elderly move slower. But solitude also brings clarity. In silence, many old people finally hear their own thoughts clearly. Some find peace there. Others find lessons they ignored for decades. An old woman feeding birds or an old man watching the street is not wasting time. They are observing life without rushing through it. They notice details others overlook. The sound of footsteps, the change of seasons, the expressions on strangers' faces. Old age sharpens awareness, even as the body weakens. One painful lesson of old age is realizing that people often understand your value only when you are no longer useful to them. That truth can hurt deeply. Yet it also frees the elderly from chasing validation. They learn to value themselves without applause. The greatest wisdom of aging is understanding that life does not need to be perfect to be meaningful. Even broken stories still carry lessons. Even quiet lives still matter. There is a unique beauty in elderly love. It is not dramatic or loud. It does not need constant words. It lives in gestures, pouring tea, adjusting a chair, waiting patiently. This kind of love survives storms that passion alone could never endure. Old age reveals how temporary everything is. Health, strength, independence, none of these are permanent. This awareness changes priorities. Arguments feel smaller, ego feels heavier, forgiveness becomes lighter. Elderly people often forgive not because others deserve it, but because carrying bitterness becomes too exhausting. Many old people regret working too much and living too little. They wish they had spent more time with family, more time laughing, more time resting. These regrets are not meant to create sadness, but warnings for the young who are willing to listen. Fear also changes with age. The fear of failure fades, replaced by the fear of being forgotten. That is why simple recognition means so much to the elderly. A greeting, a conversation, being seen. These moments affirm that they still exist in the world. Old age teaches humility. No matter how powerful you once were, time eventually humbles everyone. This humility is not weakness. It is acceptance. Acceptance that life is not fully under your control, and that is okay. In the quiet rhythm of aging, many people finally learn how to be gentle with others and with themselves. Society often celebrates youth and ignores age. But wisdom does not shout for attention. It waits patiently. Elderly people carry stories that could save others years of pain. Yet those stories are often left unheard. Old age strips life down to its essentials. Comfort becomes more important than luxury. Connection becomes more important than popularity. Peace becomes more important than winning. These priorities are not learned quickly. They are earned through experience. Watching elderly people move slowly reminds us of something uncomfortable. We are all heading there. Aging is not a failure. It is proof that you survived. Every wrinkle is evidence of time lived, not time lost. Many older people discover spirituality later in life, not always through religion, but through acceptance. They stop fighting reality and start flowing with it. This surrender brings calm that ambition never could. The elderly understand that legacy is not about fame. It is about how you treated people when no one was watching. Kindness given quietly lasts longer than success announced loudly. Old age is not the end of the journey. It is the chapter where meaning becomes clearer, even as the pages grow fewer. If you are young and listening to these words, remember this. One day, you will want the time you are wasting now. Do not rush past your life. Learn from those who have already walked the long road. If you are older, know that your life still has value. Your presence matters. Your experiences matter. Your quiet strength matters more than you may realize. Old age is not a tragedy. It is a truth, a reminder that life is precious precisely because it does not last forever. The greatest lesson the elderly teach us is simple. Live with intention, love without delay, and forgive before it is too late. Thank you for spending your time with us. If this video made you pause, reflect, or feel understood, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful stories and hidden truths about life. Subscribe now and walk this journey with us.